popcorn. We are two niggas spoiling movies. Yeah. Brandon Collins, that's me, and Justin Brown for your movie needs. Medium popcorn. Woo! You haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it. Spoil it in your face. That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your fault. Your kisses give me higher, like a sweet smell of desire. La 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 la, I'm burning love. Hey everybody, I'm Eddie Collins.
Guys, this is Justin Brown.
And we're medium popcorn spoiling the movies. But we're not spoiling this because this is a movie that came out so long ago. 2002 to be exact. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I was a sophomore in high school, baby, when I saw this movie. I saw it by myself because my mom didn't want to go see Disney movies no more. I was like, that's fair. I'm in high school now. And I love this shit. Like, Lilo, man, that opening scene when she punches that girl who says she's weird, I was like, this shit is awesome. That's before we even got we got the cold open with Stitch and the aliens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when we get to like actually Lilo and like the main human protagonist, her life in this, as an outsider in this world, and she punched that little white girl, I was like Lilo's about that life. I like her.
Oh yeah. No, it's funny because I've actually never seen this movie.
Really?
It's the first time I saw it. I watched it.
And then you haven't seen the live action version, right?
No.
Okay. So what's funny is you kind of don't have to. Like the live action version of Stitch, like the Lilo and Stitch in the live action, like it works. Like Stitch is like awesome, and the actress they got to play Lilo, she's actually really great. But it's kind of a shot for shot remake, except for the third act, because the shark guy is not in the movie. The shark dude, the big shark dude who's tasked with going to Earth and like get them and stuff. Yeah, because I mean that would have been visually just insane. But yeah, like for the most part, especially like I would say the first two acts are like basically shot for shot, except for like Stitch crashing a wedding on the island and stuff. But so what do you think then? This is the first time you've seen this. I can't believe that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Even Cobra Bubbles. Yeah, Ving Rhames is Cobra Bubbles. You've never seen that before?
No, is Ving Rhames in the?
Oh no, that's Courtney B. Vance in the live action.
Okay,
because I think Ving might be sick, man.
I mean,
between Mission Impossible and seeing him in that show Dope Thief on Apple TV, I think he actually might be sick.
You know what? For this role, if Michael Duncan Clark was still alive, been perfect.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Whatever. I always fuck up his name.
Yeah.
I was just like, I think
at least they call him Green Mile. He finally tried, at least.
Green Mile. Thank you. If he was alive, he'd have been perfect for that role.
Yeah, but okay, so you hadn't seen his.
I thought it was actually a really fun.
It's fun,
because
right?
like Stitch is out of his goddamn mind.
He's so great, and when he's just going around, like just even little things like when he had like the glasses on and that dog was fucking with him, and he threw the postcards at the dog. He was like, just like he's just so grumpy sometimes.
Well, I also like the fact it's like yes, Stitch is fucking nuts, but it's not like he's playing the role. But he's like smart enough. Is like he like looked at the other dogs. It's like oh shit, okay, this is my way out. Sucked in this second pair of arms and shit like that. Yeah. It's like shit like that. I like the fact that he's not like a dumb character. It's like he's just he was playing the game. Mm. I actually like that fact, especially considering like he's a creation in a lab, supposed to be this monster of destruction. But it's just like there was more to him than that.
100%. He learns to grow to appreciate things and appreciate family and stuff because he's designed just to destroy shit, right? And so that's why they like exile him and his creator, the Russian big bug creature guy.
Yeah.
But then he like steals a ship and goes to Earth, and ends up in Hawaii where it's like he's in a one body of land surrounded by water, so he can't get off the island and shit because he's not supposed to go in water, but then he starts surfing, and that's when the aliens that are observing him, they're like, oh shit, he's actually going against his programming. Because when he surfs with like Nani and Lilo and stuff, he said, oh shit. So in this movie, I didn't realize Lluvia found it in her trivia. in the background, there's actually Nani has like surfing trophies, which hints at her past, and she gave up for Lilo because she's like, the older sister. She takes custody of Lilo because their parents passed away. In the live action, that's explored more to controversy. Like there was a lot of controversy about Nani's storyline in the live action one. This one, it's like hinted at, and I never knew that. So shout out to Lluvia for finding that Easter egg. In this, I guess it's in the background. You can see some trophies and stuff like that. Obviously, Elvis Presley has a big presence in this movie because there's a huge fan base in Hawaii for some reason. It's because he made all those movies down there. Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sure that helped the economy. So yeah, I'm sure they're very
Well, I think when did Hawaii become a state or a U.S. Commonwealth?
I just don't know. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell. But like
can you look that up really quick?
This was a huge Disney filmed hula sequences at a real hula school, like a hula school and stuff like that. Okay, cool. I'm sure that was a fun vacation for the animators. We gotta take a trip to Hawaii. Oh no.
All right, so UV in the chat, 1959. Okay. So like Elvis Presley was big at that time. Yeah. So then like Elvis Presley being there and whatnot, and obviously this is post Pearl Harbor and everything. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure we acquired a Hawaii due to military aspirations and whatnot. But it would make sense that because Elvis Presley was still like one of the biggest things on the planet.
Yeah. The Elvis Presley photos are real and not animated, which you can kind of tell compared to like the animation stock. This film used watercolor painted backgrounds at first since Dumbo in 1941 for a nostalgic aesthetic.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
So, all right, let me just say this. The one thing I have with this film, why did they make all the Hawaiian people, why did they give all the Hawaiian folks or Samoan that nose? You know what I'm saying? Like the animation for the Samoan people, especially in comparison to like what Disney is typically doing, is just like, why did they make them look like that? You know what I'm saying? Which also is just like, if Hawaiians, or Samoan women, gorgeous. And it's just like, what are we doing?
I mean, what are we doing? I don't recall there being any controversy about the noses and stuff.
No. And there wasn't any controversy about it. But like we were watching, but also like you see her sister, and I just and I was like, that woman, she's a bad bitch.
Oh yeah. Nani, I had a crush on. Nani, I had a crush on. Like she's a baddie in this movie, especially when like they get her out like that frumpy look, like the tomboy. She looks good in those jean shorts, but it's like, come on, like get her in the bikini. She's surfing and shit. Like, it was funny the live action when it was coming out. I was texting with a friend, and we were both like, I wonder if they're gonna have that one blonde lifesaver chick from the beach. She's like the blonde version of Nani. Yeah. In the movie, because she's fucking hot. And they were like, there isn't one in live action unless it's like a quick Easter egg or something. But
an Easter egg. I don't know if that's considered an Easter egg.
But yeah, man. I mean, shout out to Tia Carrere because she's the voice of Nani, and also she is in the live action one. She's a different character. It's obviously she's nice. Too old to play Nani, but. Yeah, I mean, I love the voice acting. I loved the character of Lilo because she's so funny. Like when she talks about like she had to go feed the fish, but like all they had at the house was tuna. She's like, "Do you know what tuna is?" I can't feed fish to a fish. It's an abomination.
There's such a sweetness to that character, and there's a sweetness and innocence to that character.
But she's so lonely, man. I get sad when I see kids like that. They're like lonely, like
a loneliness and yearning to her as well. It's like the character's very layered, and I think it feels like even more layered considering for Disney because like the actual child characters usually don't have this much to them.
Yeah, and I love like when she gets in trouble and she like locks the house before the social worker comes. And Nadia's like threatening her, like while she's just listening to Elvis on the floor, just sad and shit.
And then the social worker is literally standing outside the door.
Just like, Yeah, and when Lilo and Stitch together, just like madness, like just causing all kinds of controversy. Nani gets fired from a bunch of jobs because
Yep.
they can't keep their shit together. Um, but they have a lot of fun. They have a lot of fun together, and like it was like I think that when it talks about family and friendship and like finding someone who gets you, that means a lot,
Mm.
man. Like the past few years I talked about this on the podcast, getting to know my half sister and stuff, and like at my recent trip to Michigan, we were having brunch with like our Tati and her fiance Danny, and like at one point like I had segued like hard into because we were talking about the cat, we were talking about our cat Luna, right? And then I
Mm.
segue that because they're thinking about coming to New York in the fall to like, oh, like let us know when you want to come see that show Ragtime, which is having a revival. That's what Kayla wants to come see. And then her fiance was like, "How'd you go from the cat to ragtime?" And then Caleb was like, "I got it." Like he was talking about cat at the house. We want to stay at the house. She's like, "I get it." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Man, do you know how like great that feels to not be like, oh,
Yeah. To
I'm
be
crazy."
seen.
Yeah, like to be like,
Yeah.
my thought process makes sense to somebody. I mean, they might have the same insane thought process, but
Yeah. Okay.
that means a lot though. Like, because
Yeah.
remember Lilo, like how old is the difference? She's what, 6 years old? And so Nani's like 18, 19, maybe. So you got like
Yeah.
a 13 plus year difference there. So even no
Yeah.
matter how close they are, like there's still gonna be some things that are lost.
Generational,
Yeah.
and then just life differences that it's going to be hard for them to like really lock in together.
She's
Hold
beating
on,
the shit out of other girls. So I mean.
sometimes these little white girls, especially in Hawaii, you gonna get it. You don't get
And
it.
then,
Don't you come in there, you mainlanders, start that bullshit.
and then Stitch steals one of their cars, the little car thing. It was like a bike, right? It was like a little bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, you put in the chat like, I took it with Lilo being the Elvis probably from her parents. Okay, so Lilo being a Elvis fan probably because her parents were Elvis
Yeah,
fans.
I'm sure.
Because
I'm sure
obviously
yeah.
they're dealing with the loss of their parents and such like that. And like I remember like when I was a kid, when or a teenager, something like that. My sister was she was I was teenager. It was like I was driving and she's just like, "Why are you listening to Al Green?" I'm just like, "Al Green's great." And she was just like, "Who the fuck are you? Why are you like an 18-year-old kid listening to fucking Al Green? This is like
What's wrong
weird."
with Al Green?
No, but like I'm just driving in a car listening to Al Green on my own. You know what I'm saying? And she's just, but I also my dad, it was much older.
Yes.
And my dad was a bit like my parents' song is Love and Happiness. Right?
Love and happiness. Yeah.
But so like that's where I got it from. Right? That's where my love for Al Green came from. It's just like, yeah, you do adopt some things. I'm like, I wonder what kind of craziness my kids are gonna adopt from me. The shit that they kind of sway towards is probably gonna be movies. It's probably gonna be like different films and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, like I spent a lot of time with my grandmother. My grandmother played disco, like Lluvia said in the chat, played disco. So that Saturday Night Fever soundtrack was like heavy on loop. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, Diana Ross and the Supremes, the Ronettes. I listened to like mad old stuff. I didn't even Earth, Wind and Fire was almost too modern for my grandparents. Like what I mean, it was I listened to a lot. It was very eclectic though, I would say.
Yeah.
I would say the only thing we didn't really listen to, like especially my grandparents, would be like jazz and like hard rock. That's like about everything else we kind of like would listen to.
Yeah, because like I remember I somewhere and like somebody asked me like great artists and things like that, and I brought up Sam Cooke, and people was like, "Who? Like Sam Cooke?" I'm like,
So
huh?
How do you not know who Sam Cooke is? Like, come on. I mean, white people,
but
white people.
Yes, actually, no, there were black people as well. There's black people there as well, but not understand but he's so many generations past.
Yeah.
But like again, having an old dad, like that was his music growing up.
Yeah, having an old.
Like, he was 20 when Sam Cooke was. Sam Cooke died in the 60s. I think he was like in his early 30s, something like that. But like, so yeah, my dad was like in his 20s when Sam Cooke was like really popping.
I was born by the river.
Don't do it. Don't butcher that song, Brandon. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I was trying. Apparently, an early scene involving racist tourists was cut and replaced with Stitch performing Elvis songs on the beach. Interesting. Yeah, that would have felt a little out of place in this movie.
Well, I mean, there are racist tourists in fucking Hawaii.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean,
There was also
it's not that out of bounds.
Yeah. There was also a planned airplane hijacking scene that would have scrapped post 9/11 and reworked. I think that's the third act with the whole alien ship like chasing and stuff like that. Which the fact that like Homie was able to like get everybody on land using his surfboard was insane.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I have to make a few trips. I'm like, what about the big shark nigga? How was he even floating? Like, that's insane. Which, by the way, man, if I were that big and I could actually step on the bottom of the ocean, that'd be freaky. That would be a freaky visual. You know what I mean? Something that's that big that can walk on the ocean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like I just got anxiety.
To be. I mean, from the looks of him, it looked like he was at least like 7-8 feet tall.
That's it, you think?
Yeah, I would say probably 7.
Oh, I'm thinking like 70 feet tall.
No.
He looked huge. When he's walking through the village, he looked ginormous, like a fucking kaiju. Like Godzilla's got to fight this nigga.
Yeah, but think about something 8 feet tall walking around.
I guess. But he's just an NBA player if he's 7 feet tall.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Probably, maybe let's say he's 8 feet tall, but he's also like, twice as wide as Shaq. You know, so it's like that's a lot of beef to be dealing with.
You mean a lot of what kind of meat is a shark? It's like blubber.
Shark?
Is it blubber or it's muscle, right? This
I have no idea. Well, I guess fish are pure like muscle.
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah. But shark fin. Have you ever had shark fin soup? No. Yeah, I've had it a few times. It's not bad.
Okay.
Not bad. Yeah, Lluvia says that's so inhumane. Hey, I'm not the one that cooked it. You know what I mean? I try exotic foods wherever I travel and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That popped up on the menu. I was like, hey, went in whatever country I was in and shit. It probably wasn't even shark fin. It was probably like fucking just, tuna fish in a fucking package that they were like, ooh, shark fin.
Well, it's funny because like we look at it as inhumane, but other people are just like, nah, we eat the shit. Like other countries, they eat our pets. Yeah. Is what it is.
Yeah, there's some predators though that we're like, yeah, they deserve to get hunted and chopped up. Like a fucking gator. Like I'm fine with eating gator tail because gators are fucking dangerous. We need to get rid of them.
Yeah,
the bad news bears.
I don't fuck with gators, man. I don't fuck with them niggas. I don't like them, not one bit.
What are you more scared of, gators or sharks? Like a great white or like a really big aggressive alligator? What scares you the most?
I'd say a gator.
Why?
Because gators, they'll snatch up your fucking dog. They'll snatch up your fucking cat.
Okay,
they'll snatch you up.
Yeah,
but hold on. But like, where a shark is generally gonna be, like where a great white's gonna be, and you can avoid that. A gator will be in your pool. A gator will just be like outside your door for whatever reason. Gators are all over the fucking place. You know what I'm saying? So I think the gators are far more dangerous because they're far more stealthy and they're bold enough to fucking go places where you typically wouldn't imagine they'd be.
Got it.
That's what makes them scary for me. That nigga he'll get you. If it wants you, it's gonna get you.
UBS reminding us in the chat that a gator ate that kid in Disney World a few years back. But that kid also wouldn't buy the signs that were like gators around and shit.
No,
right? Wasn't there signs?
The gator was in the fucking no, it was in the
like by the resort area, right?
No, it was in the fountain.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the gator was hanging out and snatched the kid up.
I mean, don't let your kid be around. You know, like
A fountain, nigga? A fountain at Disneyland?
well, I mean, that is a terrifying way to see your child get eaten. I mean, your
Yeah.
kids should not be eaten in general. Like we're not in like the fucking prehistoric times, but it's just yeah, that's a wild story to have to tell back home. Like, hey Jesse, what happened to your little brother Kenny? Yeah, the Gators down in Florida don't play.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you want to like definitely the dad is like just hunting every gator down in Florida now.
Hold on. No. Lluvia was right. The kid was playing at the edge of the lagoon, and the gator attacked and dragged him into the water.
There you go.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be playing
for some
by a
reason, I
fucking
thought it was a
lagoon.
fountain.
Yeah,
but
niggas should be
either way.
around a lagoon. It's called a lagoon. Either the creature or a gator gonna be in there. There's not.
Well, the other thing is, it's just like, gators, like they'll scale fences and shit.
I didn't know that. I know that gators like can find a way. They're like velociraptors.
Yeah. Gators will scale a fucking fence, plop over, and then go into your fucking pool and shit. Like they gonna find a way to get that ass.
Okay. Yeah, sharks
And
are
they'll set you up.
Sharks are regulated to the water, so it's
A gator is just like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna set myself up real nice.
Got it. Loved Stitch trying to find a way off the island and realizing he's surrounded by water and just like, I guess I'm stuck with this crazy little girl. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like there's parts where you're like they're trying to figure out who's crazier, like which one of us is like more insane and stuff. But and then even like Nani's so like out of it because she's trying to find a new job and shit. Lilo shows that like Stitch could play a record through his mouth and shit, and she's just like, I don't know what to do with that. She's like, I don't know what's going on.
She's like, hey, look. I was like, what?
What didn't work for you in this movie? Like since this is your first time seeing it, anything that you were like, oh, that storyline or like that beat didn't quite hit for me.
One thing I will say is that Ving Rhames' character, he played it, he voiced that a little bit too slow.
Okay.
For me at times, I'm just like, come on, nigga, get the line out. But again, that's also based off the animation and things like that. So, I mean, but like, yeah, that felt a little bit too slow. I mean, overall, like I really just enjoyed the film. I really did enjoy it. I think that maybe we should have gotten maybe a little bit more of the other aliens, trying to get like, or maybe like, yeah, kind of like, like hunting in the background, or like, see him a little bit more. Cause like that first time where they come after him, it just boom, it just happens.
Mm-hmm.
When he tries to leave the fucking,
there's animal shelter.
Animal shelter. It's like, it just happens. It's like you kind of, I felt like, we should have had a little bit more lead up, and like their presence was a little bit more defined. It's like they're everywhere. Like they know where he is, and it's like they're just waiting for buying out their time.
Got it. Yeah, I hear that. I think we got just enough of them, like those characters, just because like in the live action, they're like I think they're like more prominent because they're also played by like live action, like Zaf Galifianakis and. The one dude who was like the villain in like the Roadhouse remake and stuff like that. And they do some pretty funny.
Conor McGregor?
No, God, imagine. But they do some pretty funny like physical comedy and stuff like that. But Tati did miss the Russian accent of Dr. Jumba Jugibia, who's the crazy multi-eyed monster. Which again, it was like, how do y'all not notice these people, these aliens, Hawaii? Like, what's going on? Y'all just see weird shit all the time.
Oh, well, I mean, there's a lot of weird rich people that just pop up in Hawaii.
Yeah,
those salamander people. Yeah.
I love
fucking pasty, slimy skin.
Yeah. I love that Nani finally gets a job, right? And then she's like walking, and then she sees a fire truck. And she's like, please don't turn right. Please don't turn right. And then it turns, she's like, no. Because, like, they get in that big battle with Stitch and, the doctor. And, like, they blow up the fucking house. That was crazy.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah,
but
that was fucking nuts.
the community ends up repairing it. That was like, a fun little moment.
Yes, the community, aka the agent, the aliens, and
And the one guy, yes.
yeah, her and her boyfriend. Yeah, Nani and her boyfriend.
Yeah, lucky guy, by the way. But he's already. I mean, like, she'll be single soon enough because he's the fucking David, because he's fun fucking flipping around the fire sticks and shit.
He's a flamethrower.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he probably eats it too. He probably does the fire dance.
How do you know you can do that?
No, you learn it.
Like, I know you learn how to spin the sticks and stuff, but how do you know you can like put the fire in your mouth and like deal with that, do that magic?
I mean, there's a way to do it.
Do you know how to do it? Oh, you'd be saying you coat your mouth. What do you coat your mouth with?
Probably like a fire retardant thing that puts it out or something.
She said for the liquid. I mean, I hope so. But yeah, like it's not gonna be oil or nothing. Yeah, because
well, of course not, Brandon. It's like you're gonna put fucking
cooking oil, olive oil in my mouth. I become a fucking ghost rider. just
He's a fucking fire breathing dragon.
That David character's voiced by Jason Scott Lee, who also does a cameo in the live action movie as well. I thought Jason Scott Lee had died. Because for some reason I thought the person that played Bruce Lee in the Bruce Lee story also died. But that's Bruce Lee's son who died.
Yes, his son died during the making of The Crow.
Yes, okay. Yeah. That's such a crazy way to die. You're Bruce Lee's son and you die like some freak accident on set.
Yeah, but that's why there's they're like, oh, it was probably a murder and there's a whole conspiracy. But
I forgot he played Mowgli. Brandon Scott Lee played Mowgli in that 1994 Jungle Book adaptation, which is fucking nuts. Did you ever see that?
No.
We might have to put that on the list, Lluvia. It's really crazy. It's like, I remember like it was very dark. It's 1994 Disney adaptation of Jungle Book. And Carrie Elves is like the bad guy. I forgot who plays Jane. But yeah, it was kind of out there, man.
Huh. Yeah, I do not remember that.
Sam Neill's in it. Yeah. It's an interesting movie.
Hold on. So Lluvia put in the chat, like, he's not really Nani's boyfriend. David kept trying to ask Nani out, but she can't because she's responsible for Lilo and prioritizing her. So yes, for most of this movie, but at the end where they do that photo montage,
they're traveling.
Oh, they're definitely they together now.
Yeah, David.
She's all up in them. He's all up in them coconuts, if you know what I mean.
And she's rubbing his washboard abs and stuff like that. Yeah, they're having a good time together.
Oh yeah, they're making little baby rocks.
Baby rocks,
like the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah. Well, I mean, one of them needs to have some black
Hawaiian heritage. Well, I'm just talking about his Hawaiian heritage.
Yeah, but you gotta have Rocky in there to make the Rock. You know what I mean?
Well, let's just say this. She is exalting his high priest, if you know what I mean.
I got you. Which, by the way, did you ever watch Young Rock?
No, I haven't.
It was good. I got canceled, I think, after 2 seasons, but it was good, man. It was like a nice like insight into his life and like especially his relationship with his father and stuff like that. Like I thought it was really good and stuff like that. And he was like, there's like moments where like, he made bad decisions. His dad made a lot of bad decisions. Like his mom trying to keep everything together. It was interesting.
Well, if you read his book, The Rock Says, which I have a signed copy of, he goes into
that was so
it's one of my prized possessions.
Didn't it get stolen?
No.
Oh,
I thought it did. No, I still have it.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. But like, he talks a lot about like his relationship with his dad and just like moving around a lot and everything. It's, it's pretty cool. Even though, I met someone who worked closely with The Rock, on those films and, gave me a little bit of insight about him. We'll talk about that another time.
Okay. I said this on a recent movie news, between the movie he's got, The Smashing Machine with the Safdie brother, he's doing that Scorsese movie, and then he's might be doing Darren Aronofsky's next movie. Like, he's trying to follow the Batista playbook, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Like if he can surpass him and like being the best wrestler turned actor. I think that's. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility given his box office performance already. I think if he can also prove he can do dramatic work, hey,
Yeah.
because that's the one thing he has over Batista is like he can open movies by himself. They're not like hitting the way that they used to, but he can still open a movie. Whereas Batista has to be part of an ensemble.
So
that's work.
when it really comes down to it, The Rock already has that moniker outside of like the actual acting chops. I think Batista's better, but he is the most successful wrestler turned actor because if anybody tries to say that Hulk Hogan was a success as a performer outside of the WWF and WCW, whatever, you are lying to yourself. He was trash.
Now, going back to Lilo and Stitch, this did lose the Best Animated Feature award at the Oscars to a movie called Spirited Away, which I believe is by Miyazaki. Yeah, like who like does a lot of like critically acclaimed animated films. I think his last one actually beat fucking Across the Spider-Verse, which was insane. Folks, put in the comments on your favorite podcast app if you think that this should have lost to Spirited Away. I haven't seen Spirited Away, but man, I remember seeing this movie in the theater, like I said, and loving it. And this obviously resonates a lot with like millennials, especially because a lot of millennials are the reason why the 2025 live adaptation did so well. Because so many people like the characters Lilo and Stitch, especially the Stitch character. Like, that just sells so many toys and shit. It's kind of crazy. And also Disney World, like Stitch is everywhere. In a lot of, across the park and stuff like that. Because it's kind of a unisex character, right? Like, because Stitch, it's not like, they don't say it's a boy or a girl. It's just this creature that's fucking out of its mind, but also has a really funny personality, wears these sunglasses. And like, I love like the montage at the end where it shows like them going on the trips. And Stitch has like the fucking sand chair. He's just like, he just does like, obviously he's part of the family, but he also does his own thing too.
Yeah.
And shit.
Well, and I also like the fact is like, this story became about family.
Yeah.
The big, Ohana and things like that.
It means family.
Like, yeah.
It's broken, but broken, but still good. Still good. Thought that was so cute. You didn't think it was cute?
You tried? No. It's you.
No, the director Chris Sanders actually did the voice of Stitch, who actually wasn't supposed to say much at all in the movie initially.
I like the fact that when he started talking, a little bit and whatnot. Yeah, I thought that I think it fit for his character, especially because the fact is like it was proving that Stitch is much more, that you're much more than your programming, and pushing further than what's expected.
Yeah, I think Chris Sanders, like whatever like voice he ended up doing for Stitch, both in this and the live action, works better than they initially wanted Danny DeVito to potentially play the voice of Stitch, which would have been insane.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I didn't even like Danny DeVito when he did the voice of that Minotaur and Hercules. I thought he was the worst thing about the movie. Remember, he's the Minotaur dude.
Yeah, I didn't even remember.
Who like helps him in his voyage and shit.
Yeah.
Keith David was considered for the voice of Cobra Bubbles, which I can definitely see.
Yeah.
And stuff. But yeah, man, I mean, it's interesting that this movie, it took so long to get a live action adaptation going, given like Disney's affinity for this shit now. But I guess the graphics had to keep up with like being able to like convincingly portray Stitch. Because it's such a fun character, and like I know there's sequels to this, so you definitely haven't seen any of the sequels, right? The direct.
No. This is actually the first time I've actually gotten to it at all. I know I saw Lilo and Stitch 2.
Stitch has a glitch or something, right?
Yeah. Stitch has a glitch. I saw that pop up. But like, they're like, this is the first time I watched it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was.
Did you watch it with the kids?
I enjoyed it. No, I just didn't have time. I watched this. Well, actually, I watched a little bit of it with Lennox. He was watching it with me.
How was he enjoying
before
it?
He took his nap. He was dialed in, but he's also not even 1 year old. He probably shouldn't be watching TV at all. But I have to watch a film. He's
just like looking at the screen like, these are interesting colors.
100%, 100%. Yeah, he's not getting what's going on narratively.
Yeah. What's interesting about like characters like Stitch too is like you could, in theory, there's a world where you could do like an adult version of this, where Stitch like goes on an adult venture, like gets drunk and parties and shit like that. Like, I think that's what's so interesting about having a character like this is like in theory, you could have like more fun with the character in a standalone story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This could easily be a Detective Pikachu.
Oh my god, that could be fun. That could be fun for a sequel. Like they have to solve a mystery together. That could be fun.
Yeah,
because they're making a live action Lilo and Stitch 2 because it's made almost $1 billion. I'd be curious, like, Lluvia, if you can add it to the list, like, I'd be curious to see what Lilo and Stitch 2, the animated sequel, is like, because I wonder if it's like, because none of those are ever good. The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride,
horrible.
Aladdin 2, The Return of Jafar, like all these direct-to-video sequels are just terrible.
Yeah,
I can't recall.
They're basically just banking off of the first one's success.
Yeah. The only semi-decent sequel, prequel, direct-to-video thing for Disney I ever saw that was like remotely decent was Lion King 1.5, where it was like the backstory of Timon and Pumbaa and how like they fit into like how they met and then what they were doing in between before they met Simba.
Okay,
and stuff like that.
Like Cars. Oh, that's Pixar.
Yeah, Cars is Pixar.
Yeah,
but they didn't have the video sequels though.
No, yeah, I think those are
all of them are theatrical.
Yeah.
It's it's interesting. Like I wonder if they threw decent or if it's just like shitty, like low budget, like wannabe.
Most likely shitty. Shitty.
That's an unfortunate thing. Our producer Lluvia did find some letterbox reviews of Lilo and Stitch that she thought we should read. First is from Adam Bolt, who wrote, "Oh shit." Sorry.
Okay?
Yeah, I dropped my phone. First one's from Adam Bolt, who wrote, "If I was Nani, I would simply have given up Lilo for adoption immediately." Damn, 4 out of 5
Jesus
stars.
Christ, was her fucking sister?
That's how we open. That's Jesus. I mean, some people they can't handle it. You know what I mean? And that is a lot of pressure for some. Like, she's over here trying to hustle just to make ends meet. We don't know what the mortgage was like in that house, if it was paid off. It was a pretty big house.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure it's not paid off.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? She's got a lot to contend with.
Yeah.
Giaba wrote, "It's time for society to accept Pleakley as the gay icon that he is. 4 out of 5 stars." Because he was like, cross-dressing and all that stuff. It's a whole thing. Yeah. Mia Lee Vincenio wrote, "I think I remember having a weird crush on Pleakley as a youth. What does that say about me? 4 out of 5 stars. I mean,
hey man,
do you? Yeah, do you? Like we talked about Nani. Feel how you feel."
Zara, Gay Pride's on Sunday, baby. Come on out.
Yeah. As of this recording, because this might come out like late July, and people are like, Pride been passed. Zara Gwynn wrote, "Stitch could play Elvis, but Austin Butler couldn't play Stitch." 4.5. That is true. That is a very good astute observation, Zara. And then Shark Boy Shark Bait wrote, "Sometimes a family is just two sisters." Sometimes a family is just 2 sisters, a weird-looking koala, a surfer, a CIA agent, and 2 gay aliens. 5 out of 5 stars. I mean, that is their Thanksgiving dinner. It's insane.
Yeah.
Why is Bubbles still here? You know what I mean? Like,
he's like, well, no, because you're gonna be watching over.
Yeah, but still, you don't have to be here for dinner, nigga. Like, go home.
Yeah, he must not have much going on.
He doesn't. Cobra Bubbles has no home life. And with a name like Cobra Bubbles, do you expect them to?
Yeah.
No one wants to be Mr. and Mrs. Bubbles. You know what I mean?
And you're not a monkey.
What?
And you're not a monkey.
Oh, Bubbles the monkey? What's that from?
Yeah. Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Seinfeld for some reason.
Michael Jackson had the bubbles.
I forgot he had the monkey. Bubbles. I forgot he had that fucking monkey. I can't believe that monkey never tried to kill him.
I mean, Bubbles had to go away at some point. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe Bubbles did go a little crazy. Then they just took him out, and then you never heard of Bubbles again.
Yeah.
And that's why Michael started he got children after that.
Bubbles at home.
Yeah, because those animals, they eventually snap and lose it. Like I remember Siegfried and Roy with that tiger. Chris Rock had the best bit ever. He's like, everyone's like, the tiger went crazy. The tiger went crazy. That tiger didn't go crazy. That tiger went tiger.
Went tiger.
He's like, the tiger went crazy when he was fucking riding around a little bicycle with a hat on his head. It's like, for
Just
real.
wait
Like,
till I get my opportunity.
yeah, I mean, that's a. If this were a real world situation, right? Lilo and Stitch. Eventually, they got to part ways, right? Like, eventually, like, Stitch can't. Well, we don't know the lifespan on Stitch, first of all. But then eventually, Lilo's going to grow up and be like, I got to go. Like, I can't be like just hanging out and taking care of an alien monster, right?
Yeah, but Stitch is just part of the family, right? Like Stitch is fucking cooking.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? So Stitch is like a best friend, a best friend, fucking like a brother, or like, in a way, kind of like a caretaker, protector. Like she could have Stitch be in each other's life for like a lifetime, or whoever's lifetime is longer. But like obviously the relationship's going to change. Also, it's on top of that. No dude better be fucking around on Lilo and starting no trouble, because you don't want that fucking thing.
Stitch will fuck you up. Stitch is that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that'd be rough. I mean, Lilo can already handle herself too. Like,
but at the same time, when a nigga grows two more arms, and you got to contend with that shit, nah, bro. That's funny. Nah. This motherfucker like Goro from fucking Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, like when Lilo gets picked up for prom day, like Stitch has the extra arms and just cracking his hands. Be like, hey, I have a lot of questions. Like, you're not gonna get any answers.
Yep.
Okay. This is my family.
Shut the fuck up and deal with it.
Who's the big bald black guy in there? Like, hey, don't
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Don't ask the questions.
Oh, that's insane, actually. Because when you open that door, you're gonna see all those motherfuckers behind it. You're gonna be like,
yeah.
Hey,
I'm pretty sure you're not gonna be rolling your eyes like that. You're just gonna be like,
hey, actually, I just got a call from my mom. I have to go. Yeah, she said I can't be here anymore. Yeah, that'd be insane.
Yeah. That'd be intimidating as fuck.
Well, I mean, it's already cuckoo bananas when you got three aliens in front of you, and then again, a random black dude with sunglasses indoors.
You got the Green Mile and wearing a black suit in the middle of fucking Hawaii.
Yeah, that was crazy. he was wearing that black church suit the whole fucking time.
And he's got fucking cobra on his damn knuckles. It's just like, you gotta be prepared for the bullshit.
Lilo's like, your name is Cobra Bubbles and you're a social worker? She like knew immediately, like, your story doesn't make any sense.
I mean, the fact that Cobra Bubbles, a former CIA agent turned fucking social worker, that's ridiculous.
Yes.
Like, where did that come from?
Well, it's his cover.
But there should have been no cover at all.
True.
There wasn't a reason for him to come for Lilo or Nani.
Yeah, you're right.
He was just a social worker.
Yeah, I'm getting the live action mixed up. Yeah, you're right. Like, he's a social worker who just happened to be part of the CIA when they first made contact with the aliens in the 70s or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like Roswell, 77 or whatever.
Yeah.
Which, that shows how coked up this country was, that everyone was so fucking high that when Roswell happened, only like a small pocket of people knew about it. And they were so like out there that people were like, oh, this shit is bullshit. Like, no one took it seriously.
Aliens, man.
Fucking Pauly Shore's on Barbara Walters talking about it, and people are like, all right, Pauly, sure.
Oh my God. Well, fucking Pauly Shore.
Actually, that would have been the 90s.
Yeah, that would have been the 90s for sure.
Because he's like,
but we got to do a Pauly Shore movie.
No, we don't.
We got to do like Biodome or
like in the Navy or something like that.
Yeah, in the Navy.
I'd rather watch more
in the Army now.
Yeah, in the Army now. I'd rather watch more earnest movies, man. Honestly.
But that's why we gotta do Lluvia. Get me some Pauly Shore movies, and we'll put it on the list.
Hey, buddy.
Buddy. Or Just Friends. Was it Just Friends? I wonder if he marries that girl. He's his college. They were like friends from college, but she's going back for fucking holidays. She invites him to pose like as her boyfriend or whatever.
Okay.
And then it turns out, it's a weird movie. It's a weird fucking movie. It's like a romantic comedy with Pauly Shore.
I mean, all of his movies were fucking weird. He did a lot though in the 90s. He was on a run.
Yeah.
For a minute.
I mean,
Ironically,
that's what happens when, you're like comedy royalty.
oh, we could do Encino Man, which ironically ended up having 2 Oscar winners in that film with Brenda Fraser and Ke-Huy Quan.
Yep.
Yeah, that
wow,
movie
he looks nuts. Pauly Shore looks nuts right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's he's had a weathered life. To be fair, his mom died a few years ago, so I think that took a lot of still on him and stuff, But yeah, folks, that was our. We're gonna rate this bad boy, but we didn't get any Patriot thoughts on Lilo and Stitch, which is a bit disappointing because I'm sure a lot of our Patriot subscribers did watch the movie, but maybe they just were like, hey, I think Lilo and Stitch said all that needs to be said on the screen. We have nothing else to contribute.
Hold on, real quick, Brandon. Lluvia, the movie I'm talking about, is called Son-in-Law with Pauly Shore.
Oh, I remember that movie.
Yeah, that's a wild movie.
That movie was terrible, dude.
I know.
I just remember never enjoying a Pauly Shore movie. All right. Justin, break down our rating system, baby.
Stop calling me baby. Guys, you know how we do this. We rate movies, bags of popcorn, small, medium, large, and the XL for the exceptional. Guys, if a movie doesn't deserve any hot, buttery, delicious popcorn, we throw it into the stale popcorn pile. We pile piles and piles of stale popcorn on top of it. So, Brandon, we sat down and we watched a 2002 animated Disney film called Lilo and Stitch, starring Tia Carrere, Ving Rhames, and Jason Scott Lee, a bunch of other actors, voice actors. What say you, Brandon? What say you?
Oh, this gets a large, man. I love this movie. It's not like perfect, like in regards to the Disney animated films, but it's still really, really good. Very entertaining. Less than an hour and a half. It's quick. It's fun. Lilo is such a great child character. I think that she's so fully realized, not just because of the voice acting, but just like her characterization, her personality, her journey in the story. And then Stitch is just a great counterbalance to that. And he just adds so much great physical comedy and like really quirky stuff. And it's clear that the writers had like a kind of a dark sense of humor, because some of the stuff is just like, it's not just kiddie laughs and stuff. Some of it's kind of a little demented, a little unhinged, and I love that.
Yeah.
So, like, even like him, like when he's playing around, he's like dressing up like he's Batman, and he's got Nani's bra on his head and shit like that. He's bouncing around, like stuff like that. Is just like I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Justin,
Kitty hijinks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a large. Like, I really enjoyed this. Like, I get why people really got behind the live action version of this. This is a really fun film, and like I'm surprised that more people didn't recommend that I check this out, because like I think this is kind of like something that immediately I would enjoy. But like it was fun. I'm glad we sat down and watched it.
All right.
I think the kids are gonna like this one too.
Yeah, man, I would love to hear like if you get to like watch it with your kids, or like if we end up doing the second one, if you watch it with your kids and like what they think and stuff, because I wonder if like the stuff still holds up.
Yeah.
Or imagine your kids like hate the first one, but they love the direct-to-video sequels, and you're like,
then they're nuts.
What are you gonna do if like your like movie taste don't align with your kids? What if they end up loving, like, let's say they love the Harry Potter movies? What are you gonna do?
Oh, I mean, they're wrong. It's okay. They can be wrong. It's fine. They can be wrong.
What is one movie series or like property like your kids might love that you're like dreading potentially having to not only watch, but watch multiple times? Because when kids love something, especially a movie or a TV show, they get locked the fuck in and they constantly rewatch it. So what is one property that you're like, please, like I don't even want to risk maybe introducing them to it.
It's already happened. It's Pokemon. They're obsessed with fucking Pokemon.
Really? Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Jackson's obsessed with fucking Pokemon.
And there's a lot of movies too, right?
I don't know. I don't want to know. I'm acting like I don't see anything. But like, yeah, he's obsessed with Pokemon. Like Pokemon is on the house 24/7. And like, I mean, the song that we did for fucking Patreon, it's the Pokemon song because it's stuck in my fucking head. I hear that thing every fucking day.
Is it like his Dragon Ball Z, basically?
Yes.
Okay. So
you watch Dragon Ball too.
But you can get it. You get like his connection to it. You're like, all right, this is
Yeah.
like how I felt about Dragon Ball Z with it growing up and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
But you just don't like connect with the Pokemon story. You don't like
No,
Ash and
it's
Pikachu
well.
and shit?
I was never like a card game kind of kid or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he plays
So,
the
like,
cards and stuff too with the little fucking like the little toys that pop open and shit.
No, he
does
just
all
has the
that stuff?
cards. He just has the the trading cards and everything. He has a whole fucking binder full of these fucking things. He counts
better
them,
that than a
he has
binder full of
88
women,
cards.
you know?
What?
Remember that's what Mitt Romney said at that debate where like they were asking about like why he doesn't have any like female execs on like the Bain Capital board or some shit like that. And he was like, we had these binders full of women. And the people were like, whoa, yeah.
Yeah, that's the
whole
optics
thing.
on that are terrible.
Okay. What about Lennox or Axel? Where are they into?
Lennox is he's too young. But like that's the thing. It's just like because Axel and Jackson are kind of close in the age, like they're both liking the same shit.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? It's eventually they're not going to start branching off and start being their own people until like high school.
I would say probably middle school. You're gonna start getting some
Probably middle school. Yeah,
That's when Jackson
personalities
really
will
start hating you.
Huh? Yeah. Well, I mean, he already hates me now. So.
He doesn't hate you.
He does. I'm the disciplinarian. Of course he hates me. I'm the fucking asshole. Someone has to be the guy.
Just give him a hug here and there and be like, your kisses get me higher. Like
All
a
right,
sweet.
guys.
All right. Well, folks, as always, you can follow me at Frodo_Blackens on Instagram and Threads. You can follow the show at Medium P Podcast on all social media platforms. Be sure to go to youtube.com/Medium Popcorn Podcast. Press that subscribe button so you get alerted about all future videos, celebrity interviews, and all the other good stuff right there. And then also, if you want to support the show, but like maybe money's a little tight, go take yourself over to ko-fi.com/Medium Popcorn Podcast. You can donate what is equivalent to a bag of popcorn to the podcast. It all helps support the show. Shout out to actually Justin. Tell people how they can support the show on Patreon. While I find out I get this coffee donation name.
Guys, if you're looking for more of this podcast, you need more, you want more, and more is just the only thing that's on your mind. You need to go over to Patreon, patreon.com/Medium Popcorn. We have $2, $5, $10, and $15 packages. Our entire backlog lives on Patreon. We've got bonus episodes. We've got mini shows. There is so much content on Patreon. You are missing out. So again, patreon.com/Medium Popcorn.
That's right. And again, take yourself, if money is too tight for you to be able to subscribe on a monthly basis to Patreon, take yourself over to ko-fi.com/Medium Popcorn Podcast. And you can donate up to $5 to $15, whatever you want. Shout out to Erica, who was our first coffee donation. She gave us basically a equivalent of a medium popcorn. So we appreciate you so much, Erica, for that donation. And hope to be able to shout out more people in future episodes.
And when you, throw a little coffee at us, I'm going to sing an improvised song for you. So it's coffee. I know what you're saying. I don't need no reason. Don't tell me cause it hurts.
I'm trying to get people to sign up, Justin. That just deters so many people from going over coffee.com.
What, you don't like a little no doubt?
There was no doubt that was terrible. Jesus Christ. All right, folks. Well, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all so much. Thank you for listening. And don't forget to leave a 5-star review. It's been a while since we got one of those on a podcast application. Leave a 5-star review. We'll read it on the show and all that good stuff. But until next time, I love you. Justin loves you. We all love you. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your family while you can. Peace.
Medium popcorn. We are two niggas spoiling movies. Yeah. Brandon Collins, that's me, and Justin Brown for your movie needs. Medium popcorn. Woo! You haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it. Spoil it in your face. That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your fault.